that we're going to review, where each product has a focus to create stronger, healthier hair with the help.
I'm back.
Desire? Why are you here?
You know why.
It's not what it looks like. I swear, I don't want it.
Then why else would I be here? I only show up when you want something.
I swear, I don't want it. I was just curious, that's all.
You know what curiosity did.
Poor cat. I was just looking for the product offering. I just want to simplify my routine. I don't want to complicate it. There's just too many products. I just want a shampoo and a conditioner that does all things.
It's all about providing a salon experience at home. You know how much you love self-care with your extra ass.
At-home salon experience is a scam. I don't care what nobody says. No matter what I use to scrub my scalp at home, it never feels the same. My hands don't possess the magic their hands do.
The clarifying shampoo has beads, and I know you've been looking for a good clarifying shampoo.
But it's $38 for 8 ounces. And if it sucks, I can't return it.
Do the math. You wash your hair once a week, and a bottle of shampoo lasts you about 4 to 6 weeks. Divide $38 by 6, and it's about $6 a week. It's reasonable.
I still can't justify it.
Look at the reviews. Give her your money.
No, Desire, I don't wanna.
I know you better than you know yourself.
Superfan bundle? Oh, hell nah. There is a lot of misinformation and misunderstanding about the world of Hollywood and celebrity. It's understandable because you know it's a world full of lies, manipulation, and deception. But the problem is, there's not a lot of accurate information about how they are lying, manipulating, and deceiving you. There's a lot of conjecture and conspiracy theories, but I get it. It's hard to follow and keep track of all the lies, manipulation, and deception while trying to connect the thread, especially if you haven't studied or worked in the entertainment industry. Because I have, let me burst Hollywood's bubble for you. Was anybody else turned off by the Superfan bundle? I'm not just picking on Sacred. I haven't tried the products, so I can't speak on them. It just came off as distasteful because the Beehive goes hard for her.
I've definitely seen Beyonce in well over 36 shows. I've been to 20 different cities, 3 different continents.
Bitch, I had to go find my life in Beyonce so bad. Cause she got my life somewhere else, bitch, with her.
Bitch, I had to go find my life in Beyonce so bad, so bad, so bad, so bad, so bad, so bad, so bad.
They keep being said I'm untalented, that I should leave. That
they're paying attention to that.
It's not me paying attention. It's about you're being bullies. You are bullying someone.
You're being bullies. You are bullying someone. So bad, so bad, so bad.
I'm not mad like that. It's not about me being jealous of someone using my song. That's the dumbest, most ignorant thing I've ever heard. Like, grow up.
No matter what I said, no matter what the caption was, no matter how beautiful I looked, no matter why I'm on this carpet, no matter what, it was like, bzz.
It was like, bzz. Just everywhere. The response was bees. She got my life somewhere else, bitch, with her.
For her and her team to bundle all of the products together and call it the Superfan bundle when it launched came off as pandering to her biggest fans, and I didn't think it was right to do. I know she self-funded the brand, but her fans should not be used as a failsafe for her. She should have allowed the products to speak for themselves and let the people decide if they want them to exist in the market. It's not just Beyonce, it's all of them. Fans and supporters should not be exploited and used as their bank accounts to withdraw from whenever they feel like it. Fans should be held with respect, and the relationship should always be mutually beneficial for both of them, because without them, they wouldn't have the influence and money they do. If celebrities want to go into business, it should be because there is a need for it, or it provides a service to their fans. It needs to be genuine, or it's just taking up space, further driving up human exploitation and using up Earth's already limited resources. Whether they're aware of it or not, there are costs to their self-gratification, and it becomes far worse when they try to force this narrative.
Out of all the billionaires in the world got almost 9 billion people in it. There's only 16 black billionaires. So that's the illusion. So every time, yeah, it feels good for one of us to get in, two to get in, but we got to stop taking the crumbs. It's time for way more of us out of 9 billion. I want 2 billion to be billionaires. I don't want nothing less for myself or my people.
In our modern economy, it's not motivational. It's super problematic and extremely out of touch. The average person doesn't have the money to have financial experts working for them to make them more money, nor do they have people coming to them with business opportunities with no risk to them. Celebrities are able to reap all the benefits of a business with no risk and tell you,
I'm a boss.
Endorsing brands don't make you a boss, it makes you an employee. Licensing deals don't make you a boss, it makes you a product. Investing in startups, existing brands, or franchises don't make you a boss, it makes you a human credit card. There is nothing glamorous about running a business. Respect to all the real business owners, because it's a hustle and a passion, not a hobby or a flex. Think athletes in Nike, or actresses in Lancome. It's when celebrities sign contracts with companies to be their faces and publicly represent their brand. Companies aren't people, they're businesses, so they partner up with celebrities whose image aligns with the image they want to sell you. It may seem great, but they're signing away their freedom because there are rules. It really depends on the terms and conditions of their contract, but if they fail to comply, they could lose their contract or get sued for breaching their contract. It can control what they can and can't say. It can control what they can and can't do. It can control what they can and can't wear. It can control what they wear and when they wear it. It can control who they do business with. For the price of millions, they're more than willing to sell pieces of their freedom away, and in the case of a few Nike athletes, for life. It may seem worth it to a lot of people, but it goes both ways. Since they're the faces of the company, whatever the company does is a reflection of them. So they get all the smoke, even when they have nothing to do with it. It's interesting when you take into consideration that brands have morality clauses in their contract for their ambassadors, but their ambassadors don't have anything in their contract to hold brands morally accountable for their actions. Like, how many of them actually have a joint morality clause? And if they did, how many have actually acted on them? Companies do their due diligence and conduct thorough investigations on a celebrity prior to writing up their contract. But do they do the same? No, because their signature usually goes to the highest bidder and to the company that provides them with the highest self-gratification. So maybe they do deserve all the smoke. Collaborations are when celebrities partner up with companies for a product or a collection. Partnerships are when celebrities team up with a brand to develop multiple products or collections within an allotted time span determined by their contract. Their involvement can vary between getting involved in every aspect of product development and marketing to nothing at all. The amount of their involvement could be up to them, the brand, or it could be a mutual decision. Bare minimum, they at least have to promote the products. Payments could be one-off, which is a one-time payment, profit sharing, which they share a portion of the profits, a combination where they get a lump sum and a percentage of the profits, or they could be far more creative. With collaborations and partnerships, the infrastructure is already established to develop, market, and sell the products. Celebrities don't invest their money, so they're not at risk, but the brand is. If the product's collection or partnership flops, the brand is liable and the celebrity still gets paid for their services. When their collaboration is over, they have no ties to the business unless the brand negotiates another contract for another collaboration. But collaborations and partnerships are almost always one-offs, and very rarely do they partner up again. When celebrities sign away their rights to their name, image, likeness, or trademarks to other companies to develop, manufacture, and sell a product in exchange for compensation, which can typically come in the form of royalties. Similar to other celebrity brand deals, they reap all the benefits without taking on any financial risk. It is the epitome of passive income, where they just go about their lives collecting checks for as long as their contract is valid. But it's not to say they don't have an input. They can if they want, but they're ultimately at the mercy of the companies they do their agreement with, because they own the license and the product still has to sell. Granted, there are some celebrities who are willing to slap their names on anything and everything. Kardashians. But there are others that are more conscious of their branding and show restraint. Martha Stewart knows her lane and stays in her lane. She lives in your kitchen, in your living room, in your bedroom, in your bathroom. But you won't find her in your closet.
I've never seen such a poorly organized closet.
This is the linen closet, isn't it? There are two types of celebrity investors: angel investors who invest their own money in exchange for equity, and venture capitalists who operate under their own firms and mostly use other people's money to make investments in exchange for equity. Not every entrepreneur is born with money. This is where angel investors and venture capitalists come in. It's an alternative to taking out a loan, because when you're starting a business, loans can be a double-edged sword. Loans can help with startup costs or any cost, but it can hinder the growth of a business due to interest and repayment plans. Investments are different because there's no interest and there isn't a pressure to repay investors right away. Instead, they exchange their money for equity, which is an ownership stake of the business. An exchange for ownership in the business means they have a vested interest in the success of the business, because if the business succeeds, they succeed. I'm not going to get into all the nuances. It's all situational, so this is just the basics. It's important to understand, especially when growing a business, money needs to be spent in order to be made. Although it may seem a business is successful because of their sales or you see it everywhere, they could be bleeding cash. And the only way to stay in business is A, get a loan, B, find an investor. Businesses can't meet demands if they don't have the supply. Most people would rather find an investor, so it becomes an endless, vicious cycle until the business finds a buyer to acquire it, or it becomes qualified to join the stock market, which is always the end goal of the angel investors and venture capitalists: the profitable exit. In the interconnected world of celebrity, playing Shark Tank is a really big trend, especially when you have many who have made a lot of their wealth from their investments. And their money isn't going to the mom and pop shops and small businesses of the world, but rather startups and established businesses trying to make it rich in the biggest industries in the world, like technology, beauty, and the ever-reliable food and beverage industry. But here are the statistics. Over half of early-stage angel investments typically fail to return any capital. In the American Angel Study, angel investors said about 11% of their portfolio yielded a positive exit. When it comes to VC investments, research indicates that as many as 75% of venture-backed companies never return cash to investors. With 30 to 40% of those liquidating assets, investors lose all their money. But do they care? No, because with the massive influence they have on you, success is possible with your money. First it was crypto, now it's pickleball. Celebrities trying to make pickleball happen is like when Gretchen tried to make fetch happen.
Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Duh. Any successful investor will tell you, you will not become a successful investor or VC firm if your only objective is to get rich. It'll only work if you are committed and dedicated to building successful businesses. If they try to tell you or sell you a different story, you should probably question their intentions, because there's no such thing as just passively investing your money and ending up with huge returns. It's a very important distinction to make when talking about celebrity brands. A founder is the person who is the visionary and creator of the business. They lay the foundation for the business and put it in a position to become an operating business. A CEO is the person who executes the vision and runs the business. They are the people who turn it into an operating business and help it continue to grow. Anybody can come up with an idea or concept for a business, but to transform it from a concept into a sustainable operating business takes knowledge, work, and dedication. In the case of most celebrities, they are approached with an existing concept and product waiting for them to hop on board. Once they work through the terms which allow them to reap all the rewards and absorb none of the risk, another celebrity brand is born. They become founders and craft an entire story to get you to buy their product. It's what you all know as the cash grab, where the only goal is to make as much money as possible with no care about the product, quality, or business. In the world of celebrity brands, founders are meaningless titles, and these cash grabs are nothing but glorified licensing deals and shell companies that exist only to fill their pockets. But it's not to say that all celebrity brands are cash grabs. Even if they come up with a business concept, they use their networks to partner up with experts and companies that have existing infrastructure to build out their brands. There are only a few that are committed and willing to invest their time, effort, and maybe money. Aside from Beyonce, I haven't heard of any celebrity be that bold. Any celebrity that steps up and takes on the role of becoming the CEO of their company and actively goes out of their way to learn and humble themselves enough to struggle, fight, grow, and sustain their business is the sign of a true
boss.
They're not just hiring and putting to work a bunch of experts, but taking the time to learn from them to create a better product and build a better business for all of you. Worth, evaluation, and assets are terms that are thrown around by celebrities and their teams and pushed by the media as if it equates to anything real. Assets can be tangible or intangible. It could refer to themselves in regard to their talent or their ability to sell, which is intangible. You can't touch it or feel it. Or it can refer to their possessions and the value of their possessions, which is tangible. You can touch it or you can feel it, like a house or a car. Their assets is what determines their worth, and their worth is their monetary value, which is completely subjective. What something is worth to you may not be worth it to somebody else. But this is where evaluations come into play, where a judgment is made to determine the monetary value of a celebrity. So how do Forbes and other outlets calculate their wealth exactly?
They interview their employees, handlers, asset managers, financial advisors, rivals, peers, and attorneys. Search through thousands of government documents, court filings, probate records, and articles. Take into account all of their different assets, such as stakes in public and private companies, real estate, art, yachts, planes, ranches, vineyards, jewelry, car collections, and more.
Whatever more means.
Rooted in financial analysis, market research, and inside sources that we have meticulously developed over the last decade to maintain accuracy and breadth of knowledge. At a minimum, each net worth estimate on CNW takes into account known salaries, real estate holdings, divorce records, royalties, lawsuits, and endorsements. Our estimates incorporate a proprietary formula.
Proprietary formula? Why are they acting like this is Coca-Cola or the Krabby Patty?
Preparing the Krabby Patty!
That removes estimated taxes, manager's fees, agent fees, and lifestyle expenses. The results are fact-checked and confirmed by a team of editors and industry insiders. CNW works diligently to ensure that our numbers are the most accurate and current celebrity finance information you will find anywhere.
Celebrities aren't public companies, so the fact is you will never know what's actually in their bank accounts. nor will they ever tell you because they don't want anybody to make fun of them if their image doesn't match their reality. I don't care what you say. If they can call themselves billionaires, so can I. Hold on, give me a sec. I gotta take this. I gotta take this. Hold on. Hello? Oh, I'm just addressing the poor people in the comments. Oh, I know, they the worst. Oh, they just want people to feel as miserable as they are. Exactly. Who are they to tell me how much I'm worth? You know what? Hold on. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Tell these trolls who's the richest of them all.
You, my queen, even though you don't have $1 billion sitting in your bank account and are showing off fake money, it's not your monetary wealth that makes you rich, but your character, which makes you inherently priceless.
Did you just tell them I ain't worth shit? The point of this is to say that when it comes to assets, their values never stay the same, ever. They can go up or down. It's dependent on the market and who is willing to spend their money on it, which is why, if it's not cash, I refer to it as imaginary money. They can't touch, feel, or access the money, and they can only get it back if they're able to cash out, which is why all these evaluations about a celebrity's finances is pointless, because it's impossible to determine the true value of their assets. You won't know unless they sell it or file for bankruptcy. Their only purpose to push this narrative is to separate you from them so they can exploit your desire to be just like them and get you to spend your money on the brands they endorse, license, or own to further increase their own wealth. But it's very important to dismantle these misleading narratives Hollywood creates because it's not fair to you as a fan, as a consumer, or as an everyday human trying to create a better life for yourself. It's not fair to the passionate entrepreneurs who come up with great concepts that address and cater to our everyday issues and needs, but lack the connections to bring their businesses to life. And it's not fair to the small businesses who've established themselves with incredible and groundbreaking products that get undercut by greedy companies who attempt to recreate it and attach it to a celebrity for a cash grab. How can people build generational wealth when they take away their means to do so by oversaturating the market with overpriced, second-rate products and price them out of advertising? It's not a hobby for them. Their businesses are their lives and it's all they have. While celebrities have the backing of existing companies and multiple streams of revenue. Consumers complain about the pricing of independent brands, but they're not overcharging you for their celebrity like celebrity brands do. They need to charge you their prices because it's the only way they can continue to exist. Small businesses don't have the money to spend on marketing and over-the-top PR packaging like celebrity brands do. They don't have the clout they can use whenever they feel like it. All they have is their products, and with influencer rates increasing every day, they can't even afford to get your attention anymore. To be fair, not every celebrity is disingenuous, and not every celebrity brand is disingenuous. Fenty Beauty and Jordan have revolutionized the industry by showing corporations that Black people are marketable and they exist in the market. It's important because corporations did not make products to address the wants and needs for people of color, and investors did not invest in products that did. Their influence helped change it and made them visible, but they are the exception. Though Fenty Hair thinking they could get away with selling products with Rihanna wearing a wig for their campaign is highly suspect and questionable. Whether or not you want to support a celebrity brand endorsement or investment is up to you. But it's important for you as a consumer to be informed of the brands you support because you play a very important role in all of this by spending your dollar. Do your due diligence. How do they source their products? Is there any form of human exploitation in their supply chain? Are they as environmentally friendly as they say they are? Are their claims and studies accurate, or is it just for compliance? Are they lying or using deceptive marketing? Are they really invested in giving back, or is it just a gimmick? Are they truly invested in the company, or are they just looking for the profitable exit? What is their objective, and do you really want to support it? Because at the end of the day, you are paying for all of this to operate. Wherever you put your dollars, the market will follow. The more you know.